apparently many growths handle it.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's good. That's good.
It's just
That works.
reaction.
All right. Let's get this started. All right, everybody, we are live. Welcome back. It has been a couple of weeks. I've been on vacation. As I told everybody, it was cold. Not the ideal midsummer. But you know what? I got back alive. Got to enjoy some weather that is literally half of the degrees the weather is where I'm currently at.
That's the point, really.
Right? It's 107 out. So we are we are hot. Everyone is alive and ready to play D&D, and now that I get to see your happy faces, I am renewed. Thank you all.
Hooray!
Hooray! Thank you all for at least turning on your cams and letting me see your lovely loveliness. It brings a great smile to my face. We're gonna do a brief recap for, because we've been gone for a couple weeks. And since I typed out a nice little full recap in the D&D channel, I'm just gonna read it. I wrote it on Sunday, apparently, because I forgot what fucking day it was.
I genuinely thought I had slept through an entire day off. And I was just like,
I
was
did.
also
That is my
confused.
excuse. All right. Previously, on why is my avatar looking the opposite way? Previously on Weird Things Happening. I'm gonna need you to turn around.
we're professionals, honest.
I swear to God. There. Flip horizontal. Welcome back. Previously, on Arctis. Your goal is to reopen the Grand Bazaar of the Plains, City of Brass, by assisting the various tribes of genies that rule over and trade their precious elemental wares there. You all need to procure the venom of Tiamat from the Nine Hells in order to fashion a cure for the slow. And the City of Brass is one of the few places known to have an active and previously functioning portal to the Nine Hells. However, without the presence of the genies, the portal is currently non-functional. Your first stop has been the Plane of Earth, where Grabella has learned of her lineage to the Tao, also known as the Genie of Earth. Due to her mother's desperate wish, Grabella returns to life whenever Arctis is threatened, but loses all memories of her previous lives in the process. The wish, granted by her grandfather, Han Razadul Ironbane, also served as a selfish failsafe in case any of his personal machinations and dealings with the Nine Hells went awry. Razadul has been directly responsible for the creation of brass golems, capable of trapping souls within them, eternal servitude, some of which have made their way to Arctis's tundric desert region of Feronia in the distant past, and one repository of them are now sitting in the center of the Maginox docks. In the deal for this infernal knowledge, Razadul was minting brass soul coins for the Nine Hells, a highly coveted currency by devils and demons alike. However, the forging of the soul coins has corrupted the legendary forges of the Tao, known as the furnaces. Without the furnaces to smelt the Tao's elemental ingots, they have lost their power and standing among the genies of the City of Brass. In order to restore the Tao to the City of Brass, you must clean up the tainted legacy of Grabella's grandfather, purge the furnaces, and corruption. Then, and only then, the great Khan of the Tao may be merciful. You all are currently inside the furnaces, and you have learned that they have been split into two parts. the northern part of the furnaces, acting as some sort of reception area where the genies meet with the demons in order to do their infernal dealings. The southern part of the furnaces, however, the Peck have warned you away from, as they have been completely corrupted, tainted by the demonic. The further south that you get, further that you notice that things are quite what they seem, and definitely not as pleasant as the northern parts of the furnaces. Pustulent growths now dot the landscape, and sinew-like webs can be seen all over the cliff face, and a massive, incredibly deep crater splits the two halves of the furnaces straight horizontally down the middle. You cannot see the bottom, no matter how deep your dark vision goes. And as these pustulant boils pulse around you, two Maragon, twisted creatures of the Nine Hells, and presumably, even possibly, once Peck, guard the gates to the southern parts of the furnaces. You have tricked them with a coveted soul coin, and now they fight for it. You've used this distraction to swing open the gates with your master key furnaces, which half the time works and half the time doesn't, because the DM can't code. And the overwhelming stench of blood and rotten meat begin to waft over you. Rain, as you stand at the forefront of the furnaces, you look down the hallway. You see this sinew-like webbing all over the tops of the closest hallway. As you look down, more gross and claw-like things seem to be coming out of the ground. As far as your eye can see, all you see is this webbing, dotting everything, and the smell of rotten meat is not very welcoming at all. What do you do?
I try to remember why I'm in front.
You had the key.
You have the
Right.
key, and I think
I don't know. Seems safe, guys. Let's go.
Seems
What
good.
could possibly go wrong?
But it's paused.
Yep.
So let's go slowly.
It's time to hurry up and wait.
Also, probably like less safe than whenever these Maragon figure out whatever it is they're dealing with that soul coin.
They're currently scuffling behind a pustulant boil. They are both arguing that they're going to eat each other in order to get their hands on the soul coin.
I'm gonna look at these couple of doors as we walk past here. I'm not touching them yet because this place gives me the skeeves, but
Absolutely. Make me a investigation check.
in theory.
The smell, as you get closer to the door, first thing that you notice, smell of meat. Strong here. It is wafting out of the cracks underneath the door. There is a small, faintly noticeable smear of blood on the door handle. The door handle is set relatively low in the door. It looks like something short could easily access it. Like you or Wangdoodle. Or perhaps the Peck.
Are there like corrupted peck over here that were like eating each other or something? Did we learn about that?
That was the Maragon at the top of the door that you distracted with the soul coin.
Oh, those were the... Oh, I see. Oh, hey, I have a simulacrum. Yeah, come in here.
Oh Lord, she coming. Rain, as you step further into the hallway, you see more of these pustulant boils to the southwest. They are visibly pulsing and almost bursting at the seams. A statue, presumably once of a proud Dao, is coated with a thick rope of skin-like webbing that's much thicker than the webbing on the ceiling.
It's nasty in here. So there are a lot of doors, y'all. Do you want to check out doors? Or what?
These doors are gross.
These doors are gross.
Rain, make me a perception check.
Check this door after.
I love how I have a really good perception check, but I also suck at it.
No.
Can I flash of genius that?
Sure.
Should you Flash O Genius that?
I'm not answering that.
That's actually a good question. How many of those do I have left? Says I haven't used one since the last long
Oh.
rest.
That might be true. Like we only had like one real combat, two combats, I guess, and they both were pretty heavily in our favor.
It's true. The last time you long rested was in the skiff.
Yeah, we got two pretty good ambushes, I think, if I recall correctly.
Now we method friends.
Yeah,
Something
you
we do
managed
now,
to avoid
apparently.
combat with that. Some pretty good social rules.
Yeah, so we're probably doing pretty good.
I'm gonna neg the dice usually because my perception is shit. Yeah, no, it really is shit today. I was gonna try to help.
Wang
but-
Doodle is now remembering the story as you caught him up from his bender.
Yeah.
And Grabella, you walk closer to that door. Again, like the door on the other side, the door handle is a little bit awkward for you to reach because it's a little bit lower in the door frame than you're used to. But you can still access it. There's no real visible blood on this door. Relatively normal. Rain, with a 17 that is augmented by the flash of genius. You look down each of the hallways in turn. Stern one has another one of these pustulant boils, and this one, at least to your left, here, is pulsating visibly, and you think you see something moving around inside of it. Alien inside a...
Nope.
The southern hallway darkens a bit. You don't see anything of interest. However, the western hallway, this one, you see the faint outline of bloodied footprints here on the tile. They seem to be going west.
Well, we did say we were going to clear this place out, right, guys? That was the objective. Murder all the demons.
Yeah.
Probably
That's
start
fine by
popping
me.
doors then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grubella is ready to pop this door, but if we want to go Coslow and then back, we can.
I don't know that Kozlo would be very excited about the idea of being the first one through any of these doors. So let's come down here and we'll do this one.
To this one. Open. Ah. Mm.
All right, Grabella.
Don't like that.
As you open the door, the thick rope skin-like texture completely surrounds a table in front of you. There is an egg centered on the table, and its web-like structure surrounds it, visibly pulsating. You see veins coursing all over the top of this egg, and they seem to be feeding into the egg under it, that you can see through the holes in the webbing. There are other growths that shoot through one of the northern tables. It's like a claw just coming out of the earth. Very unnatural. On the farthest table here, there appear to be remains of body parts, half gnawed on, an arm missing the body, and you squint enough, a rotten. A smear of blood on the floor is under a few casks that line the walls in the back. At one point, this might have been a place of revelry, eating, a place for the peck to rest in between smelting the ore. But now, it's corrupted and stinks of rotten.
Fire?
Fire's good.
Fire?
Fire, yeah. You,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, did you want us to do anything about this, floor, the decorations?
I'm thinking maybe the pulsating egg sac, fleshy chrysalis thing in there. Probably good to just all of the fire. How much fire did you bring? All of it.
What was the count? 21?
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe start with your cannons that have copious fire, something like that. See what happens. Escalate as necessary. Apply more fire.
I am going to step back at this point where the fire is being.
Aren't you immune to fire?
Yes, but I can also use fire myself. But I feel like this is an artificer job.
This is the job for the cleaning crew.
Yeah.
Like, probably everything else in here is immune to fire, so letting them burn the icky flesh monstrosity is probably good.
Yeah.
Cannons just lining up at the door, ready to.
They're just like trudging forward a little bit.
This may not be the first time Wang Doodle has done this exact thing.
A line of cannons sits in front of the door as the egg connected to the pulsating flesh net thrums above it.
The egg is connected to the flesh net. Flesh net's
net.
connected to the
Nine house.
flesh gray cavern.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, I need you to be honest right now. Is the reason that you wanted us to do cameras on Discord today because you knew we would be making all manner of disgusted faces constantly throughout this entire session?
Yes. I wanted to give you a warning of warning, body horror, but you know what?
Christina,
You know
give us
what?
a warning of body horror. Every
It's
other
fine.
episode is body horror.
I love body horror.
Animal Crossing meets Dead Space. That's literally Arctis. Okay, can we please light this room on fire?
Yes.
Do we need to toss in some accelerants? Do we have any booze? Or you guys got this?
Looks at Wang Doodle.
Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Why is this not working? Alright, hang on. It was saying that it didn't have the ability.
Well, that's simply just false.
This one's gonna cross over like that.
Gout of flame washes over the net of flesh. It takes a little
love-
bit of effort.
All three of them.
You burn through the net of flesh, and the veins that are running inside of it pop and sizzle against the heat of the fire. It makes quite the mess underneath the table, rendering it permanently unusable. And now the egg is exposed.
I don't know why that fire shot over there. That was weird.
Where is it going?
It's being thorough, and I appreciate it.
Kozlo's last gout of flame shoots into the room. Not only does it light some of the wooden furniture on fire, but now the exposed egg makes a eerie, almost human-like shriek as it becomes awash in flame. The high-pitched noise continues for a while. You are concerned that it is echoing throughout the chamber. However, the egg disappeared. And nothing is left but some smoldering ash, stinking flesh.
Good job, guys.
All right, let's start moving on to the rest of this floor.
Well, we want to go to that back door over there that we skipped, Kozlo's door?
Yeah, probably.
I'll open the door, but you guys know what to do.
Oh, my foundry is
There's
really
two
struggling
doors
today.
here.
I am noticing that it is a little bit laggy. Give me 1 second.
Too many
it took me-
pulsating flesh sacks.
Basically, whenever anyone else is moving, I have like 2 frames per second on it.
I
I
noticed I
took
got
quite
the
a while
most-
to load in, so
Mine slows down the most when my cannons move. I think it might be the shield.
Oh, do those tables all have spaghetti on them?
I don't think that's spaghetti.
They are all full of spaghetti.
Cursed spaghetti?
Danger spaghetti.
Not spaghetti I would share with my girlfriend. I'll put it at the end.
Special spaghetti.
Disgusting spaghetti. My screaming mom. Very bad. Give me just 1 moment to deal with the spaghetti code behind the scenes here. I am seeing the reason why it is very laggy.
Is that
Oh my
actually
God.
what we're seeing here? We're actually seeing behind the scenes.
You're seeing the
beyond
code. The
veil.
code of the
This
spaghetti.
is
This is the Matrix.
the demon realms actually are the spaghetti code.
Give me 2 shakes, everybody.
Oh my god, the spaghetti code was worms the whole time.
No!
Spaghetti code lives in a flesh cave.
Man, they're just consistently worse and worse sentences being said today.
Hmm. But yeah. Not like gaming module right now. I think unfortunately we might have to suffer through it for today.
It doesn't
Definitely
seem
the common
unplayable.
Yeah, it's just when we're
It's just
move around.
When you're moving, yeah.
Slow,
I'm definitely noticing it too on the streaming module. For now, I will just make sure we're on free movement here. All right. As you open the western door, one that was stinking, Kozlo, that you noticed, you now find out why it was smelling so badly of rotten meat. There are piles of, unfinished dinner on the table. Rotten intestines reeking, oozing over the tables, creating quite the puddle of ice floor. In the back of the room, there's another pulsating set of egg sacs, and inside you see small creatures, boneless things, moving around faintly behind the semi-translucent eggshells. There's another pustulent growth in the southwestern part of the room. And again, the stretchy tendon-like material stretches over the roof of the room, bisecting it in half. Grabella, as your eyes scan around, you immediately notice a chewed-on, severed arm to your right. It has visible teeth marks on it, and the marrow has been sucked from the bones.
It also looks like there's a door on the other side. We may have to, Do we care? Please say you don't care.
We have to kill
Gonna
everything.
burn it all in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burn it all.
Oh, God.
Well, maybe we burn it first, and then we go.
I don't know if this is how fire works.
Well, I mean, it eventually goes out, right? And if it doesn't, then I don't know. Maybe mission successful.
As long as it has fuel and access to particular types of air, I can go on forever.
Grabella, you get a quick peek out of that door to the west. Goes into a thin hallway. Make me a perception check, Grabella.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Well,
Hey,
5 to I see through space and time.
Grabella, you notice multiple things. First off, you hear the sound of jangling chains. Very distinct. Coming from the vaguely northwest. You smell a strong coppery smell of blood in the hallway. It is different from the smell of rot behind you. This blood smells more fresh. To the south, you see a smear of blood that has been smeared across the ground, heading to the west. The jangling of chains is punctuated by the very loud and very staccato voice of something speaking in Infernal. You speak Infernal.
I don't think so. No. Draconic and Primordial.
The demonic voice is harsh to your ears. It sounds like, at the very least, it's yelling at something.
Bella's just gonna kind of look at Rain to see if they understand the yelling. That she's gonna kind of tap her ear and point towards the sound.
Rain does speak Infernal.
Now, Rain, make me a perception check.
Amazing.
It's-
That's a 2 and a 1.
That's... Ugh. Rain, it's hard to hear the voice over the sound of the jangling chains and the echoing hallway. You might have to get a little bit closer in order to hear what this angry voice is yelling about.
That's northwest, is what we said. Angie voice.
Is
Pardon me, Grabella, scooch, scooch, scooch. Oh. Well, there's definitely some demons there.
Rain, as you look down this hallway, there is bright red, fresh blood spread all over the floor, smearing from north to south on this cross junction. You see another door at the end of the hallway, the southwestern part of the hallway. And you see the backs of unclothed demons. Put a picture in the chat. vaguely rotten and green in color, these long-eared beasts of burden are sniveling, groveling on the floor. Some are kneeling, some are completely prone on the floor. They're begging something, pleading to something that you cannot see. Their long, pointy ears remind you of orcs, but they have very visible, rotting sores over their body. Some on their elbows, some on their faces. The growths remind you of these other pustulent things that you see in the chambers. They're probably one and the same.
Gross.
Oh, make me another perception check, but with advantage. You're a little bit closer now.
That's
Oh, that's much better. Rain, as you tilt an ear to the groveling wretches, they're merely saying, "Oh, sorry, master, please. No, not the chains, not the chains." In a louder, more commanding voice, you hear the chains jangle, and then the sound of the chains being whipped across the Dretch's rotten flesh. The sound that it makes is stomach-turning, to say the least. It can only be akin to whipping a barrel of rotten. The Dretches bleed and grovel as they are being whipped by this angry taskmaster. And with a deep voice, he says, "You sniveling. These are not yet ripe. There will be no meat unless you tend to them in proper fashion. We will convert the rest of the pack, but the stone is unyielding. But they will change. You just need to do a better job. And get back to work." "Yes, master, yes." "Tend to the hatchery, and do not bring me more puddling failures like this." And you hear the sound of something very wet. Sounds like somebody dropping a pile of spaghetti on the floor.
Or spaghetti. So do we want to murder whatever's up in this room then?
The groveling Dretch, some of them turn as you watch quietly from the shadows. Move
How
down the
big how big are these guys on a scale of like Coslow to Dreon?
hallway. The Dretch are about 5 feet tall.
Okay, so closer on the Coslow end of the scale.
Yeah, a little bit more.
I don't know.
Average, short human size, a little bit taller than Kozlo.
Okay, okay.
Grabella is going to wave to Wang Doodle and Kozlo to come over and then put some fists up to show him that we need to fight something.
Rain talks in your head, Grabella. We do have the telepathic bond up also.
Yeah, I always forget about that.
Yeah, that's why I'm reminding you. It feels like it's been a month.
Yeah, just a little bit. We got some, I think, demons to fight, guys, if you want to come get closer so we can...
Some
Fuck 'em
angry
up.
taskmaster in particular.
There
And then
you go.
probably, it sounds like these egg sacs are them trying to convert the pack into whatever the shit we saw in that first room was.
Oh, I don't like that.
So
All
definitely
right.
want to burn all this, but maybe we kill this demon first.
Yep,
Rain,
come on, boys, it's time to murder.
Rain, you hear the sound of an old door creaking open on long, rusted hinges, and the sound of chains gets faintly softer.
Right. Stick her head in.
There's a sound of pained moaning. This one much more humanoid coming from the south. You don't see a door, but you're kind of around the corner. There is another door to the southwest that you see. You might go to the same room, perhaps maybe a different room. As you press yourself against the wall, you see the voice of the commanding presence. Suddenly you wish you hadn't.
Oh boy, he ugly.
Dressed in
Thinks I hate it.
perhaps what one might consider to be fashionable robes. The bottom of them are caked with old blood. Make a scratching sound as they pass across the stone tile. This creature, in its tiny, presumably unusable wings, has a jowled, unnatural face. It is green and sallow, similar to the Dretch, but completely inhuman in appearance. Its beady eyes glow with malevolence. It walks with one arm wrapped in chain, and the other with a small staff or cane side. It would look perhaps proper if it weren't so completely horrific. It closes the door that it is looking at. You cannot see into the room except for a single, again, bodiless arm that is laying on the ground. It pokes the arm with the cane and says, "Shh," and shuts the door behind him.
Big ugly guy over here, right around the corner. We should probably go get him, murder him to death.
You hear
Do a
him
little
unlock another
murder.
door.
Oh my god, there's so many doors. Why are there so many doors?
Are you finished consuming your meal? Says in his corpulent voice. You hear the screams, the rees of dretches inside. What? I said no fighting! The chain jangles menacingly, and the cries of the Dretch can be heard north. Share, or you'll get no meat today.
I can't quite see, but I'm going to, step into the room to get up there with Rain.
He's just to our north. He's got his body in one of the doorways. If we're going to do this, we should probably do it now, and we might end up fighting a whole lot of those little guys as well. I assume that they're in all of these rooms.
You ready, guys?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Hello.
Gribble, I'm gonna stop you right there, as you have made yourself
I was
known.
not going any further.
The creature, the Chainmaster, whirls as it hears your voice. Its jowls flapping as it turns quickly. You see the tiny little wings on his back flutter in what you might only interpret as anticipation. It's like a fresh delivery. He smacks his lips.
Yeah, no.
You're Not one of the Tao. Too skinny.
No, but I'm made of a similar substance, so this fist against your face is gonna hurt.
Go on, Dretch. Meat's back on the menu. And I will need everybody roll initiative, please. Missing one Coslow.
There you go. Sorry about that.
No worries. All right. Put on a nice, appropriate banger. And we'll get to it. I love it when the meat delivers itself. The demon laughs at his own jokes.
Surprised he didn't tell the Dretch to laugh. Please clap.
Please clap! All right, Wangdoodle, you're up.
Oh boy.
Wangdoodle, you are a little bit far away from whatever is happening in the chamber to the north.
Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah, you got cannons moving, and still no idea what's going on there. I can count. Hang on, I can do this. We'll slip back here. This will do nicely. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm still not sure what I'm seeing.
Rebella is talking to something inside the room to the northeast. It is an unfortunate positioning issue.
It is the person that Rain had described over the brainwave.
Okay. Corbella, do you need help right this second, or are you okay?
I'll be okay for now, but there's probably gonna be a lot of little shit soon.
Huh. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Don't mind me just experimenting around here. I don't really have anything else I can see. So we're just gonna get in position. Everything will be fine. Just call for us. And
Okay.
we're gonna have. Let's see. This cannon near the simulacrum. Go ahead and do that. Pop protector. And then the one back by Conslow will do the same thing. And then I really don't have anything I can pull off here. So I think that'll be it.
Okay, for Rain Simulacrum and Coslow, both of you gain temporary HP equal to 1d8 plus your int mod. Wangdoodle, please roll. Alright, very good. Coslow, you gain... It's like
Looks like it auto did it for me.
Did
but...
10 temp HP. Also gave your Eldritch Cannon 10 temp HP.
Hooray!
Hooray! That counts. That is a creature. Rain
Cannon does like a
Simulacrum.
little flex. Because it's
Ooh.
very strong.
Ooh. Rain Simulacrum gains 8 temp HP. Alright, Wangdoodles, does that end your round?
Yes, it does.
You hear the, again, deep, corpulent laughter of the Chain Master to the north. It is so nice that I do not have to go out and get new slaves. You look able-bodied. You'll do nicely, but I won't keep. Meat. I'll have you tend to the hatchery.
Yeah, no thanks.
Go, Dretch. Teach these intruders a lesson. One of the Dretch inside is going to do just that. The Dretch will move. The demon moves his largeness aside so the Dretch can squeeze through, and as it gets closer, Grabella, the stench of this rotting alive creature washes over you. Thankfully, you are quite, aren't you immune to poison?
Yes.
Ah, you do not feel sickened by this effect.
I will warn others that they will be sick, though.
Oh.
You guys are gonna want to stay away from these things.
Even though you are immune, the smell is quite unpleasant, and as you get closer to the Dretch, you see his growths and cysts all over his body pulse almost in time with the large growth on the ground. It shows you rotten teeth and hisses a long, thin, snake-like tongue flicking from its mouth. Ah. One moment, please. Keep the arms intact. It has to work, you know. Ah. The Dretch obeys. And with a fetid claw, attempts to scratch Grabella. It misses Grabella, the claw going wide as you sidestep out of the way with ease. Competence. Tries again. Missing again, as you quickly sidestep the short arms. The large creature in the room, the demon, lets out a heavy, tortured sigh at his creature's incompetence.
This is fine.
Grabella, you're up.
Alright. Am I still raging? It looks like I'm still raging.
I believe you are raging until you choose to turn it off.
That's right. I forever rage now. I forget. We're gonna step forward. And then get to the smacking. No on restless attack. Do lay attack.
Do you really want to rage forever?
Grabella, even with a 4, you hit the Dretch. It is not particularly... Oh, that was perfectly good flash as you slam your first strike into the Dretch. You realize
Is it
that
adding in my radiant damage still? Or no?
That's not
the
plus a
button.
1d10 in there.
Let's see. I see the 1d10.
It should be 1d6 plus 7.
Oh, and that
Oh, yeah.
last radiant. Sorry, the button works. It's
Okay.
just not auto added in. However, your first strike, as you light up the Dretch, immediately you notice that the thing must be rotting from the inside, and it quickly comes apart like crumbling feta cheese with the first hit. It almost explodes. And now 2 parts of the Dretch lie at your feet, twitching.
So, about that subservience.
She steps in the grossness, but to this guy's face.
You didn't, stop for a second and think about, how did these people get in here or get here this far, did you?
I thought you were a gift from the Tao. More slaves for the pens.
I got a gift for you.
Swing!
It is
Oh,
a
shit.
mistake that I will not make again.
I don't believe that.
One moment. It's gonna use a reaction.
Okay.
It's gonna use its instinctive charm. When a creature within 60 feet of the Amnezu makes an attack roll against it, and another creature is within the attack's range, the attacker must make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw. Grabella, make me a DC 19 Wisdom save, please.
Oh boy.
Does that count as a charm effect? She would get advantage because she's within 30 feet of rain.
She does. Grabella, roll one more time.
Cannot promise it will be better. Oh, it was.
Oh!
But not enough.
So
One
close.
off, one off.
Wait, is she with 30 feet of me? No.
It
We-
says 30 feet for me. Rain
She
is
is
25, you're 30.
literally 30 feet from you, Wayne
I'm
Doodle.
literally 30 feet from you.
Literally 30 feet away.
Like
Oh, great.
exactly
Cool.
30 feet.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Flash of genius. Grabella wisdom saves aren't really your thing, and you feel this horrific creature clawing at the back of your mind. You almost feel like you're losing control of yourself momentarily before you hear Wang Doodle's voice in your head say,
Don't do that.
Yes. Yes, let the rage flow through you.
There we go.
and you become more clear-headed. You are now immune to the Amnezu's instinctive charm for 24 hours. He points
Thank
at the
God.
Dretch. Why did you attack that one instead? You do not have to attack that one instead. Grabella, you hit this demon. Roll damage.
You see, if they're savable, we'll save them, but I don't know about that for this one. We'll see.
Grabella is very, very grossed out by everything forever.
Ooh,
29.
29 damage to the Chainmaster. And go ahead and slam that button. That'll give you that extra radiant damage.
Is it called Divine Fury, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. Boop. Bop. Boop.
Nice. Extra 13. Ah, my beautiful robes! I'll throw you into
Sir,
the
I hate
pit
to
of
break
hell.
this to you, but there is nothing beautiful about you.
What? I am beautiful. Look at my rolls. Look under them. Oh God, you wish you didn't see that.
I would like to not look at any of you, which is why I'm gonna kill you.
Upstart.
He is ugly, so he must die.
In-
D&D logic.
In this case, yes. I don't always go that route, but in this one, I think the answer to that is yeah.
Bella, it's your first attack.
Is it?
Yeah.
The-
It was her
attacking-
second because she Gallaghered the
Yeah,
Dretch.
yeah.
Oh, my bad. Absolutely my bad.
No, you are
Alright.
good. I was trying to see if I had.
There's a reference.
I was gonna say, that's a
Anything-
fantastic
Like a-
visual. for
like a
what happened in the
watermelon?
first one, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hurry up.
anything bonus I can do, but I think that's it for now. So that will end my turn.
Oslo, you are up. You're in the hallway, and man, those noises that you hear from the north, well, yeah, let's just say like crushing a watermelon with a comically large hammer.
Gazelle just sort of wanders up like, hey guys, what's going on?
Oh God!
Yeah, it gets worse.
Carbella's hitting something in the doorway.
Zoomy cannon will make it up this far. I can't really do anything from here. So I will just ready an action. If anything comes through that doorway, I'm gonna firebolt it.
Okay. Sounds good. Also, you ready in action?
Same for cannon. It will ready in action. If something walks out, it will shoot it.
Perfect. Next up, Dretch.
Come here, you useless pile of flesh. Get her! More coming!
The Dretch will open its mouth wide, exposing rotting teeth. Grabella, it attempts to extend a fetid cloud all over you without really understanding that you are immune to poison. One moment, please. The other Dretch, too, are immune to the fetid cloud. And as the Dretch coughs up a noxious cloud over you, Grabella, it stinks of death. But you are not affected by it.
That turn was much a poo about nothing.
It had no idea. Now a little bit of worry crosses the hideous face of the Amnesu.
What? Are you not affected by my beautiful creatures? They smell so fresh.
I have never been more thankful in my life to be not alive.
Rain, you're up.
Yeah, if any of you can smell stuff, don't get close to these.
Oh boy.
I'll be honest, it's not great from back here either.
Yeah, it gets worse.
There's just smoke and clouds and horrible things just pouring out of this room that Grabella is just tanking.
So I can see him. I can hit him, right? He's in the doorway.
Yeah, that is correct.
All right, we're gonna hit this dude. Midi attack. I think that's what I want.
That is correct.
Oh, actually, it says I'm blocked by a wall.
Oh. It might not let you do the catty corner hit.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
You know what? You can move on top of Grabella for this turn, because I'll allow the corner hit. You'll just have to occupy Grabella's space.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that then.
Candles.
Yeah, he was like half in view, so I guess that's what it's trying to translate it as.
Deadly, he has used his reaction. This might hurt. You miss.
It's got some good AC. Try it again.
The robes are unnaturally tough, and you find the rapier cannot pierce. As you slash a couple times across his gullet, he looks down and looks like he's clearing crumbs from his many jowled face.
Are you here to mend my garments, elf wench?
Oh, you
Take
have
a-
just fucked up, sir.
It'll take a step back. And do I have a bonus action? Yeah, I do.
Are you gonna provoke an attack of opportunity from him?
I mean, if he has another reaction, he's welcome to. Yeah.
Oh, he does not. Nope. The reaction is sarcasm.
We will mind sliver.
He has advantage on this save as he is resistant to magic. Still
luck.
fails. And he's affected by the mind sliver. He puts a clawed hand to his head.
Sorry, what was that? What did you say? Couldn't hear you.
Wench!
Screeching headache.
Ah!
Okay.
He begins
then
to quiver in rage.
Simulacrum is gonna. Can she see him from there?
Question.
Seems like she could. I don't know if this. We have one more we can move. I don't know if that
Looks
makes
like
it
it
any
might be
better.
okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, spells. Spells are. Oh, they're in alphabetical order here. Okay, cool. There we go.
Yeah, the NPC spells, I think they're all considered at will, so.
Nope, he is blocked, it says. We could go. Try that, maybe? That's as far as she can go, though.
I think Foundry tries to go from center point. Should work.
That seemed like it worked.
Stop
I don't wanna
triggering
counterspell
your own
myself.
counter spell.
Amazing. Nope. Alright.
The Ray of Frost hits the abnormally bedecked garments of the Chainmaster and fizzles out.
But, guess what? Bonus action, bitch.
Huh? Advantage on this roll, because he's
What?
magic resistant.
Minus 1d4.
He's not making that.
So we use our own Mind Sliver and immediately reapply Mind Sliver. The combo.
Oh!
The littlest combo. The most subtle combo. We'll insight
Flowers.
check with Rain.
That is a
he's
dirty
purple.
combo. What would you
Hey.
like to know?
We'll take a hit point bar just
Okay.
to see how this guy's doing after a round.
There you go.
Okay. Some modest hurt.
It's a big boy.
That will be the end of Rain's turn.
Ray! Get in there. Ow! Ray!
The Dretch now crowd the doorway at the flanking parts of the Chainmaster. seeing that Grabella is not affected by the fetid cloud.
Don't use your stench, just claw her eyes out.
Oh, now I'm getting blocked by a wall. Apparently, my walls are not very
Aha!
lined up.
I'm gonna occupy
The
this
walls!
space.
The walls!
Notice how when we're getting blocked by the walls, it's just because we were standing in a bad spot. But when the DM is getting blocked by walls, it's, oh, the walls aren't lined up properly.
Walls!
Next update, walls can be destroyed.
That'll hit. Grabella, you are raging. This will only do half damage. Grabella, you take 1 damage from the claws of the Dretch.
These guys are like noodles.
That makes sense. We did see a
But I
pile of
don't-
noodles in the previous room. Maybe that's like
Yeah.
what they evolve from, or maybe that's what they evolve into. Actually, they evolve into a pile of noodles.
I'm going
Not the
to...
kind of noodles I like, though. I want to clarify that these noodles are gross.
I'm going to need you, useless dretches, to be useful!
Did it feel weird when he touched you, Grabella? Like a wet noodle,
Yeah,
like a cold, clammy noodle.
basically, it's. If you don't smell it now, you will soon.
Oh,
Enough of this.
Thinking. Okay.
Fine, if the stench of the dretch isn't enough, why don't you get a load of this?
He's going to open his mouth wide. Now, mind you, his mouth is not a normal human-sized mouth. It crosses across the length of his entire head. So when he unhinges his jaw, you can see deep inside his gullet. His teeth inside are in multiple rows, like shark's teeth. They appear to be moving, almost like gears in his mouth. There's a gurgling in his stomach, and, oh, well, something comes up from his massive jiggling gut.
No, is he gonna kiss Grabella? Consent.
Please don't.
I'll kiss you.
Ew.
He targets 1 or 2 creatures that it can see within 60 feet of it. Each target must succeed on a DC 19 Wisdom save. 1 second, I think I targeted way too many people. Rebella and Rain, make me a DC 19 Wisdom save, please.
Oh boy.
It regurgitates a blinding, chunky rot on top of Grabella and Rain. Rain, you
No.
fail. Grabella, you fail. Both of you are going to take a large amount of damage. 4d12 necrotic. Grabella and Rain, both of you take 21 points of damage. Please apply it to yourself as the necrotic rot washes over you from the gullet of the Amnesu. You are both blinded until the start of the Amnesu's next turn.
22, you said?
21. Now, you can do your HP and I will mark you as blinded. And suddenly, everything goes dark.
I can't see.
It's in your eyes.
Yeah.
The Amnesu is going to move. Grabella, you You're blinded. You cannot see him moving.
Yeah, I had no freaking clue.
Excuse me.
Another Dretch moves forward, now taking the place where the Chainmaster once was. Grabella, you cannot see, but you can smell the Dretch. Now 3 of them, shoulder to shoulder. Terrible. Blinded, so you can't see. You automatically fail any ability checks that require sight. And attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. As the Dretch takes the place of the Amnesu, will attempt to rend Grabella. Attack with advantage. However, it will miss, but it will try and do it again. That's a 1 and a 7.
Now protect me.
Wangdoodle, you're up. Well, what just absolutely exploded out of that doorframe? You are very thankful that it was not on you. Now Rain and Grabella are left clawing at their faces in order to get the chunks of blinding rot off.
There we go. How methane loaded is this fetid cloud that's still hanging around?
It has dissipated for now, as it was
Okay,
coughed up from its gullet.
Is there any concentration, like, in that room over there?
There are no visible lingering clouds.
Okay, good. Less chance of violent side effects here. Let's take our wand out. And let's go ahead and find us I can see a little bit into that room, and that's good enough.
I don't know if less chance of violent side effects is a positive or a negative here.
You know, let's roll the dice. Let's find out. And let's see, we would do one of these. Yeah.
Ooh. The Dretch is going to start making some dex saves. Oh, that shouldn't be private. That should be public. And the Amnesu gets advantage because he is magic resistant.
But he's mind slivered.
He is mind slivered.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter. Zharvok is the only one who makes the save, and the 3 Dretch end up taking 13 points of damage from the fireball. As fire fills the room, Wangdoodle, you feel confident that you're going to clear that thing out with at least a single fireball. But as the smoke clears and the Dretch are still standing, you get the realization that they are resistant to fire.
Are parts of them still on fire as they're standing?
Some of the more wet-looking cysts are sizzling, if that pleases you.
It does not.
Okay, so we know they fall apart easily, and they're actually on fire. Grabella, if you can, like, punch forward, you might be able to spread more of the fire into that room, and it may actually help us out. All right, you're doing great. It's a little sneaky. I'm leaving. Bye.
Boy, it's a little sticky.
Your fire
I can't
is cold
see!
compared to the heat of the 9 hells.
I have. My canon saying it My cannon's looking like it has line of sight, but I have a feeling it's just like my line of sight.
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
think I can hit anything from there.
Yeah, I don't think it can hit anything.
Alright, well, since they can't hit anything, the one in the back is just going to ready a cannon shot. So that one's just prepping. This one will shield up again.
Nice. Roll that hit point. Alright, Wangdoodle, you have a 9 temp HP. Kozlo, you are maxed out. So is the cannon. And the other cannon is at 9 temp HP.
Alright, great. Everything's looking good here. That'll be it for me, because I can't really... Well, hold on. Can Wangdoodle... I might have enough vision to be able to try to insight on one of these here.
Oh, sure. We go back to you. What would you like to know about the Dretch?
How still alive are they?
How
Or is
still
that
alive?
far away?
You're not sure if they're actually alive, period. Consider they fall apart like a buttery croissant. But yeah, they're very damaged.
Look, I'm not here to talk about the existential crisis of are they truly alive or not. I just need to know why they're still standing.
Are any of us really, truly alive?
I don't think we want to take the time in this session to answer that question.
Like, Doodle, does that end your round?
Yeah, that'll be it for me.
Grabella, you're up. You're blinded. You cannot see a thing. The rot stings in your eyes. You cannot see a thing.
There's nothing I can do to clear this up, I assume.
Let me double check. No, there is not. You can attempt to attack one of the Dretch in front of you with disadvantage.
You will have to target it for me.
I will remove your blinded momentarily.
There we go. Because that's...
Everybody's behind me, right?
More or less.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Disadvantage on this.
Where? Attack. DC.
That still hits. As you swing the flail around blindly in front of you, it makes a sickening splat sound as it connects with the Dretch in front of you, its head.
I'm just gonna keep doing that until somebody makes it so I can see again.
I'm just gonna keep swinging my hands in front of me until I hit something. And if you don't move, you're gonna get hit.
Let me
Basically.
see that mace swing.
Yep.
Or in our case, we won't see it.
Yeah.
We just gotta-
You know, Grabella, you could also move into the room at this point.
Yeah.
And you are still
I need
swinging
somebody with
blind.
eyes.
you know, this is the
I'll
perfect
probably
time for a spin to
hold-
rare moment.
My second attack because I can't see shit.
Okay.
So if something dares to give me an attack of opportunity, that'll be that.
Alright, Grabella, is that end your round?
Yeah, because she needs help if she's gonna continue.
Re-blinded it is. Kozlo, you're up.
So she's only blinded until the start of the guy's turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if I purge the blindness off of her now, it wouldn't actually. If I used Dispel Magic, it wouldn't actually do anything because she would remain. She would be unblinded by the time she had her next turn anyway.
Yes.
Okay. But Rain is also blinded, correct?
That is correct.
And Rain does get a turn first, so I will attempt to Dispel Magic that effect off of Rain.
Ooh.
My eyes!
My brand.
My brand.
My special eyes.
But I have special eyes.
Look, Your Highness, look with your special eyes!
My brand!
Kozlo, spend that spell slot, and Rain. The stinging begins to subside, and the rot sloughs off you as Kozlo casts a Dispel Magic on you, and the rot falls into a stinking puddle at your feet, leaving no trace except for the, well, pungent stench.
Ew. Thanks, Kozlo.
You're welcome!
You got away with the muck, you know.
That's so gross.
Oh.
What? He does! He's a muck whisperer.
I'm a muck whisperer!
A muckmancer.
I hate this. Kozlo, you dispel Rain. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Let's see. I will also try and step over to where I can kind of see something, maybe.
Oh yeah, you see a little bit of the ways into that room. More corruption covering the tables, and Grabella being at least flanked by one Amnesu to the north. One Dretch to the north, sorry.
Okay. Cannon, I don't know if Cannon can see either of these Dretches from here, but I can see the other guy.
You can! Straight ahead.
We do a little shoot.
Yeah, a little blap blap.
Oh, apparently we do it twice. Ignore one of those.
Sounds good.
Oh no, misfire.
He will not use a reaction. He will take that hit.
Yeah, you will.
Kozlo rolled damage. Ooh, 12 damage, and he cannot be pushed back as he is currently against the wall.
But he can be whacked into that wall
He just
ceremoniously.
it's just
Vigorously jostled.
waves of loose flesh ripple against the wall.
Sexy.
Yeah.
You know, I have never wanted to have less of an imagination than I do in this current session right now.
That tickles.
I'm just picturing Fat Bastard right now as the stand-in. Oh, I'm dead sick.
Oh, I'm so sexy.
You launch him into the wall. Joke's on us. He's into that.
Yes, please.
Well, that will end my turn and also my will to live.
Too sexy for my shirt.
This is all for you, Wang Doodle. Have at. I'm stepping back. That's all yours now. Congratulations on this.
Wang Doodle's like, that's my fetish.
That's my thing! Grabella, you are currently being flanked by the Dretch, and thus they will have advantage on their attacks. First one misses. Dretch, I need you to get it together. And second one misses. Apparently they can't hit the broadside of a barn. And one of them is going
And
to...
I am a broad bird.
The broad of a barn. Going to position himself in front of the Chainmaster.
You get in front of me, protect your master.
Rain, you're up. You are no longer blinded.
Which is a convenient thing. We'll start with the simulacrum here. She is going to laser beam that dredge.
Like Rain's counter spell.
Oh, yeah, no.
Don't do it.
We roll like dog shit tonight, but hey, it hit.
Yeah, it hit. The Dretch are not very armored and not very well put together. Grabella, a ray of frost, suddenly appears over your shoulder and hits the Dretch. And thankfully, you don't have to deal with the stinking cysts exploding in fire anymore, as it becomes frozen, locked in place, and suddenly just tips over ever so slowly, shatters upon the ground.
Tell me if I should swing left or right first, or count some steps for me.
I think you're all right.
Okay.
You'll want to swing to your left when you're ready to go.
My beautiful Dretch!
And just with the last of the simulacrum's turn, we're gonna go ahead and Mind Sliver.
He'll have advantage on this save. Apparently we are still rolling dog shit as he rolls up 14 and his Mind Sliver.
Ah, get out of my head!
Okay, simulacrum's gonna move back down here. And Rain is just gonna go through the door.
Ah, you'll regret this, elf wench.
That's Elf Queen, if you please.
Presumptuous noble. You know who you're dealing with?
Honestly, I don't really care.
How dare you?
He actually cannot use his reaction here, so he will not. That'll hit.
Get fucked.
Nobody's in range.
I am Zharvok the Chainmaster, and I will see you kneeling before me before all this is done.
I sincerely doubt that, but, kudos for trying.
My beautiful robes!
We will hit him again.
I used the finest flesh to craft these. Ah!
Let's see, what is my booming blade up to now? 8 of 11. Oh. Actually, does booming blade work? I'll try booming blade to see if it actually works.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Nope, it still doesn't have any buttons or anything to click. So, okay. So it is an extra...
The 1d8 thunder?
It's 2d8 thunder. And 3d8 if he moves. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So let me roll. I just wanted to add the damage. Here we go. Oh, actually I had it pre-saved. Sweet.
Ow! Holy shit, that hurts.
And he's boomed if he
And
moves.
he is boomed. If he moves, he will take 3d8 thunder damage.
Oh, I'm bleeding.
And we'll see if we can make him bleed from his ears.
Advantage? Nope. Still fails the roll. Zharvok, get your shit together.
And that will conclude Rain's turn.
Okay. Next up, the Dretch Grabella.
Kill them! Kill them all!
It will attack Grabella with advantage because she's still blinded. Apparently will miss forever. One and a 7. Okay. It will move into the spot where his friend died, attempting to protect its master. Next up, Zharvok's turn. Grabella, you no longer blinded. As suddenly the rot clears and the stinging subsides, you see the fair form of Rain in front of you, and Zharvok pinned against the far wall.
Well, you don't finish him off, I'm right behind you, Reed. Now that I can see.
Yes, please. There's a lot of him to finish off. Please, I don't need to keep anything to myself.
Gross!
Wang Doodle, I think it's your turn.
Do you think you can attack my mind with your paltry spells? Have a taste, a vision of the 9 heralds.
He's going to target Rain with Forgetfulness. He is going to target one creature. You can see within 60 feet. I don't know why this is wanting to have me place a massive 60-foot radius template. But I'm gonna just place it here. And only target Rain. Rain, you will have to succeed on a DC 18 int save or take a bunch of psychic damage and become stunned for a minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. If you are stunned for a full minute, you will forget everything it sensed, experienced, and learned for the last 5 hours.
I assume that this is a magical effect.
It is magical, but it is not a charm effect.
No. This is just for my magic resistance. I roll with advantage. That's all.
All right.
Probably didn't need it, but just in case. Forgot to hit the...
Ooh, 25! All right. I believe this is a save or suck. And I'm gonna double check. But, it is.
Oof. Bruh, don't you know when you don't have action economy on your side, you don't invest in the save or sucks? That's just caster 101, buddy.
His lower lip, the length of it, begins to quiver a little bit.
Perhaps I was a bit presumptuous in all of this. But maybe we could maybe make a deal or a bargain, perhaps?
Oh, so we've reached the bargaining stage of our relationship. Well, I'll tell you what. You see all those cannons out there that are slowly starting to target you. You have until one of those fires and turns your brain into paste along the back of this wall to make a good offer.
Well, if you're willing to hear me out, what?
Time is ticking. You just rapid fire. It's like Shark Tank. You've ever watched Shark Tank?
What?
Dropping those offers out.
Yes,
it's where you are suspended over a tank filled with sharks about to eat you unless you give something really, really good up.
You see, I've brought before you today a fine business proposition. I, the chain master of the furnaces, know all the in and outs of the working of them. That's certainly why you're here, yes? You want to forge something at the furnaces. Why, Zharvok can make that happen.
Not actually interested in forging anything at the furnaces at the moment.
Now then, what are you interested in? Please tell Zharvok.
Oh no, it's much funnier if I make you guess.
He
Hang doodle.
scrambles. Perhaps gold. Yes, gold. I have a compatriot here in the furnaces who is awash in gold from the Dow. Yes, riches, perhaps. Does that tickle your fancy, elf queen?
So it's not actually your gold, and we're probably just going to kill him and take that gold anyway.
Bygones be bygones, and I would like to be gone from the furnaces, surely. You will have...
I think you're about to be gone from the furnaces, whether you like it or not.
Be merciful, Queen. If it's not riches and not the use of the furnaces, then... slaves, yes! Oh, I have plenty of them. Why, in each of these pulsating eggs in the furnaces, I have beautiful creatures hatching. Why, we call the unformed the lemures, yes. Yes, we are slowly converting the useless peck into a more malleable form.
Let me stop you right there. The last slaver that tried to make a deal with me, I disintegrated. So, still, batting zero.
Concern? You don't want gold, you don't want riches, you don't want the furnaces, then why are you here?
Honestly, to kill you. 'Cause it's fun.
Shits and giggles, my friend.
No! Well, it appears that the shoe is on the other tentacle.
Ew.
Hey, Rain, is that room ready for torching? We doing this yet?
Well, I'm in the room right now, so maybe don't torch me, but you can certainly, firing squad it up.
Okay, don't worry. I got this sorted out.
Oh, yes, more friends. Perhaps I could reason with you, little blue basilisk.
I'm hearing you. Just give me a second. I'm going to send you a device to make it easier for us to communicate. Just 1 second.
I have a lovely business proposition for you. Perhaps you...
Can't really hear you right now. Just
Gold!
hang on.
I know a cache of gold?
We're gonna, yeah, this will be fine. Wang Doodle will use his vision into the room to vortex warp one of the cannons.
Oh, what's this?
Shit.
Oh, hello there, little machine.
Does it slowly lower its, turret into place and then, cock itself dramatically?
Just talk into the open bit at the front.
Oh, is it a microphone? Yes. Hello. Would you like some gold? Yes, I would like a double animal style. Extra onions. Double the meat.
Well, now I want In-N-Out, but not the French fries.
I was gonna say, I could just make that cool salad name that was like that. That's pretty good.
I want In-N-Out, but I never want to sit in the line to get In-N-Out. Ever. Because it's always
Really?
a line.
Really not living up to the name with an experience like that.
No, it's not.
It's
I never.
I'll post my animal styles burger salad real quick in the food
Let's see
section.
if this cannon in the hallway has a line of sight onto the dude. I don't know.
In the hallway? Let me see.
If you moved him up one,
Yeah, he can go up
maybe.
one. You can just, park him on top of the pulsating egg sack.
I cannot. We have moved the 15 feet it's allowed.
Oh.
It is stuck in place.
No zoomy cannon for Wang Doodle.
Unfortunately, no. But
He wasn't
they're
there for
gonna
the
remodel
adventure.
it.
We got oil,
That's true.
evil oil.
So the one in the hallway is going to prep a cannon blast. And then this one is going to deliver on the order requested. And we're just going.
Where's my Borgie? I didn't
speaker
ask for it.
lights
Well
up.
done. No.
Oh, he does get a dex save. Okay.
Minus 1d4. Hey, got there that time.
Minus 1d4! The mind sliver comes in clutch.
He's like, that's not gonna. Ow!
And then the fire clears. And he looks down at himself and...
Fire! I'm a fucking demon.
He's immune to fire.
Look, I apologize for my compatriots. They really like fire, so really, you're kind of raining on their parade with all you fucking demons being immune to fire. Have you considered, now there's a bargain I might hear, if you would just all no longer be immune to fire, maybe we would let you live.
Diversifying our portfolio is not one of our strong suits.
Well, then I don't think there can be any peace between us, I'm afraid.
No, my burger.
Okay, so all I've learned here is that he's just going to be forever punished against the wall because he doesn't seem to bind the flamethrower.
Oh my god. It's just gonna be oops, all force cannons. Oh my god.
Honestly, have we ever considered turning a boss into basically the little ball from Pong between two force cannons? Have we ever thought about doing that?
We haven't.
Is that
It's
allowed?
definitely-
Is that
I think
legal?
it was.
Hey, I'm the queen. I can decide what's legal. That's fucking legal.
That's codify it. It's law now.
Explicitly legal. You guys have a license to Pong.
Okay, all right, hear me out. Turn the floor to ice, right?
What's Florida
Then
ice?
just force cannon.
Do they have ice in Florida?
They do, and it's sinking into the swamp.
It's all just a thin crust over a series of just rivers.
Wangdoodle you have used in action and a cannon. Perhaps
Yep, so-
second cannon?
Second cannon does not have line of sight, so that cannon's going to have the blast readied.
Okay.
I can kind of see him. Let's see if we can get any insight on someone who is so mad that his flesh robes have been warmed slightly.
What would you like to know?
Does he have an ability we have not seen yet?
Good question. He do. I will give you one of his spells. He has the ability to cast Feeblemind. Which is a very powerful 8th level spell that reduces their intelligence and charisma scores to 1. You cannot cast spells, you cannot activate magical items, you cannot understand language. You basically become puddle
Stupid.
of goo. Yeah.
You become
I mean,
me.
that too.
All right, listen. I've got a phone call. I gotta go.
The bane of artificers everywhere. Become stupid.
No. He's gonna turn me into Boris.
No!
Oh no.
We went there.
Also, this sticks around forever. You have to end it by a greater restoration, heal, or wish.
Damn.
Or you get to save every 30 days.
Yep.
You get to try to save again.
Feeblemind fucking sucks.
Feeblemind hella
Bro.
sucks. That's why Rain has it loaded all the time. Just in case.
Oh, that is terrible.
Alright,
Didn't I Feeblemind Eris? I did.
I think you did.
Evil Eris.
When you were on doing the bridge thing, and you made him
Yeah.
like a stick of celery.
Yeah. He was still a sexy stick of celery.
Just a hot bunch of fucking celery.
God, what a fucking gorgeous stick of celery.
Wag Doodle, does that enter around?
I'm sorry.
You stupid, sexy stick of celery.
The problem is there's a minor league baseball team in my area who has a Mr. Celery mascot.
Wonderful.
So that has created quite the imagery for me.
Amazing.
That joke is perfectly calculated. The algorithm dialed you in on that.
Yeah, I
I'm
used to live in a
done
place
on
that called itself Celery City, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm done on so many levels. I'm good.
Nailed it.
Grabella, you are up. There is one Dretch still alive in front of you, squelching and standing on the body of his brother.
I think you know where this is headed.
Oh, Billy. Fix your soul hook.
It's headed towards his head.
It is. That'll hit. Good lord.
Just a little bit.
Hey, just for fun.
Oh lord, he's getting squashed.
Oh lord, he dying. There's 2 piles of Dretch that you leap
Hi.
over.
It's your turn.
Perhaps copious amounts of gold for, I don't even know what you are.
Oh, I'm a lot of things.
A lot of just beautiful, strong,
Yeah,
intelligent
that's not what you
things.
said when I walked in. You said I was Goopy Goop.
A beautiful goop, just like the Dretch over there.
He will use a reaction on this. Oh, he can't! You're immune! Never mind!
Get fucked!
Ooh, mind magic!
no!
Oh shit, she already saved, so she's immune. Oh, I hope he doesn't die here. That's the second attack. As you smash your flail into the flesh-covered cloth of Zharvok, he starts to get a little bit squishier. And he just, like, all of the fat on him starts rolling around with your powerful hits.
Please, no more. Have mercy.
No.
Yeah.
And,
I love Grabella.
I don't think
Mercy.
I have any bonus actions really these days that aren't just fucking rage, so I think that's it.
Alright.
I can get out my
Bonus action,
dragon
just
wings,
slap
so-
him across the face. Doesn't do any damage, just
Yeah.
establish dominance.
Kozlo, you're up.
Kozlo is going to. We're going to start by letting the cannon have a little fun.
Oh
So
man.
the cannon will attempt to force blast him.
Okay. God, just let me get off one Feeblemind. Ooh. Looking at his HP. Wonder if I want to redirect that, but I see Rain's coming up in the turn order. He's not gonna use it. Roll damage.
I just did. Don't know what happened to it.
Damage?
Yeah, I rolled it, but nothing occurred after I rolled the damage.
Damage, please.
Damage, please.
It's like
Give me a
3d8 or
manual
something.
roll. 3d8. $16 damage, and it's force damage, not enough to kill Zharvok. He is not pushed back 5 feet as he is pressed up against the wall. However, he continues to ripple and jiggle now. The consistency of his flesh is starting to lose cohesion, and every hit makes him jiggle just a little bit more. Now he's like soft jello.
Oh, that doesn't tickle at all.
Kozlo will... He's looking around through his bag. He pulls out a grenade. He pulls out a big firebomb. He pulls out like a rocket of some variety. But then he just like looks up and grins. And he pulls out a bell.
What's that? For whom?
Ding dong, motherfucker!
For whom the bell tolls?
So he needs to make a wisdom save. The DC will be 15.
All right, roll that damage with him targeted. Should hopefully do it automatically.
It's doing the thing again where it will only let me roll d8s, but it should be d12s because he has taken damage.
Ah, okay. He will do the wisdom save. What's my DC?
15.
15. He makes it.
Ah, what a lovely sound. Where did you get that from?
Kozlo will aggressively ring the bell at him anyway.
Ding, 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 ding. I don't like that. It's mildly unnerving.
Kozlo, does that end your round?
I want to see what it would have been. It's not real, but I wanted to see what it would have been.
Ooh, it's not a bad roll. Not a bad roll.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Rain, you're up. You've got him cornered.
Yeah, Let's see. We'll have the simulacrum come in.
You can't do this. You can't. I'll turn your brain to mush. I'll make you grovel on the ground like these wretched Dretch.
That'll miss.
Aww. Alright, fine.
He throws up one of his sleeves against the ray of frost.
Enough!
Advantage on this. He saves. Takes no damage.
Okay. Well,
Enough!
Step back out of the room. Simulacrum, thank you. Rain will Mind Sliver. As a lead off.
Advantage on this. DC 20. He hits the save.
Oh, now
exactly.
He's gonna make them.
Now he's making his saves.
Yeah.
Just holding his sleeve up against his face.
No! No more! Protect me, flesh suit.
Wang Doodle can see me, right? Yeah. Okay. Just in case. I'll go ahead and stab him.
Thank you for remaining perfectly within 30 feet.
Yeah, we'll Booming Blade this as well. Oh wait, he moved! He moved up. He should have been boomed. Because I had him pinned against the back wall.
Did he move? Oh, he was
he moved
here.
up 5 feet. Yeah.
Oh shit. Give me 3d8.
3d8 thunder.
Oh, this is gonna be close. 16 points of damage. Yeah, he's a little boomed. He doesn't die.
Just a little boomed. Just a little boomed. Okay. So now we'll attack.
Help!
Slaps. He just starts fucking flailing around. No! No, enough! Enough! And just by happenstance slaps your rapier out of the way.
Enough! I will not go back to the 9 hells willingly. You'll have to take me screaming.
That is always an option.
I think we would prefer it that way, actually.
Ah,
It really was option A.
I'll take the echoes of your mind with me as a trophy. And I shall
Okay.
study them for eons and take my revenge upon your descendants.
Okay, it sounds really intense, though.
The long study.
Rain,
Good luck.
does that end your round?
Yeah.
Zharvok, on the verge of death, he starts chanting infernal, the dark language seeping from his lips, burbling up from his festering gut, just to hit your ears.
Clever witch. You think you are sharp. You think you are smart. You are nothing. You are comparable to my wretched Dretch. And I will take your sanity back with me to the 9 hells.
He will cast Feeblemind. And he will cast it on Rain.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We will use our reaction to counterspell.
No! No!
Ooh.
Oh, let's see. Hang on, I have to do
it's an
math.
8th level spell.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Rain knows it. Let's see.
Let that elvish intelligence just let it leak out your ears. Yes, I will gobble it up and return to the 9 hells with it.
We'll counterspell at 8th level.
What?
No chances.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. 8th level.
I cast it at 8th level, though, so it matches.
Oh shit, you have 8th level spell slots.
Yeah, Rain's kind of a big deal. I don't know if you knew this.
Ooh. Ooh. Alright, you eat a 8th level spell slot. As he starts whispering and chanting infernal words that now start crawling into your ears and itching at the back of your mind. You unravel
That's not
his
enough
magic.
of that. It's good. We all got the point. That was very impressive.
He looks
Hey,
around and
once
suddenly
again, motherfucker.
What? Who are you? What are you?
I explained this to you. I'm an elven queen or whatever.
I've
And we're here to kill you.
Whatever.
or whatever.
I've never encountered something that could resist the whispers of the 9 hells itself. How could you do this?
Just a point of clarity. I didn't resist anything. I just unwound it. I probably could have resisted it though. Like this seemed like style points.
I didn't resist it. I just made you look like a bitch.
Only because everybody's doing pretty alright on spells. I figure we can go ahead and burn the 8th level.
No mortal, no,
Someone paid attention in Dare class.
no mortal or immortal has been able to unravel my ultimate spell. Your brain should be goo. Your body unwilling to move. You should.
Sorry, that's your ultimate. Why didn't you shout its name out? Like that's why you failed.
Feeblemind!
Well, it's too late now. You have to shout it out dramatically, obviously.
If
How long have you been casting spells?
If I would have done that first, you think it would have helped?
Well, no, but it at least would have looked cooler, maybe. Wangdoodle, please kill this bitch.
How? You How could you? I underestimated you. You mere mortals, not here for greed, not here for power, not here for... But tell me, before you blast me back to the hells, why are you here? What do you
Honestly,
want?
we just kind of felt like it.
That's actually, honestly, that's probably the most accurate answer.
Ah! Swinging his fucking ropes around. No!
Sorry about that. I know you're in the middle of something very important.
Yeah, my monologue.
Long story short, my cannon got bored. It's, just nothing I can do about it. Sorry. This one, however, is on purpose.
It's not your turn anymore. You don't get to monologue.
Yeah. No, I'm going to keep monologuing.
Jesus,
I gotta
you
tell you.
guys.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. I've never had to calibrate to shoot at something this ugly before. What do you want me to do?
Why do you like what you see?
No.
Okay, the camera makes it like 20 times worse. I'm sorry. You fat
Have you ever
bastard!
timed how long it takes for it to stop wiggling?
I'll be jiggling back to the 9 hells, I assure you.
Yeah. I hope that you can turn a profit with that. Otherwise, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Please, there's nothing you want here. The furnaces, the infinite amount of gold from the Tao. Surely we could enslave them instead, you and I, together. Forever.
Wangdoodle's just gonna give his wand a bit of a flick and yeet down some lightning to see what happens when he gets shocked. And let's see if this hits.
Nope.
My God.
Wow.
Ah!
We just like can't roll over a 10 tonight.
Does he have a purely defined form, or is he just one of those like cryptid types that are just like permanently fuzzy? And you can
I'm
never get a good
beautifully
shot of him?
amorphous.
I don't know what the current terms are, but if you say that's what I'm just gonna agree with you. Sure, yeah, power to the amorphous or whatever.
You mortals, you are. Oh, the furnaces. No, you cannot have them. There are more demons in here, more powerful, more capable than I. You will not live to cleanse them of their beautiful corruption.
I'll be honest with you, I've heard like 5 other now dead things say the same thing to us. I'm not entirely sure you know what you're talking about.
If we had a nickel for every demon that effectively told us that same line, we'd actually probably be able to buy the forge. Or furnace, whatever this place is.
I'm just embarrassed that I just keep missing. I'm stupefied by the ugliness.
That's okay. 2 rains also completely whiffed, so...
Also, he has a reaction now in his back pocket again, but he cannot react to Grabella because she is immune. So this could be a second round of Zharvok shenanigans.
It just might be. I let the whole team down. I'm sorry.
Don't one of you guys have my wand of magic missiles that I gave one of you?
Rob, not me.
No!
That's a good-
How dare you!
We
Stop
may
this.
We may have bartered that.
What? You bartered away my wand of magic missiles?
I'm saying it's possible we did. It's very, very possible we did.
That's like the
It's
best
fine.
magic wand.
One soul hook to the face. He's gonna be.
I'm going to
that's
sit
fair,
at
that's
1
fair.
HP for
Say it's the
fucking
best
ever.
magic wand.
Yeah,
it's
he's-
everything.
Honestly, I could probably just growl at him and die. It's fine.
Yeah, there's not much else I can do here. I'm gonna call it. for
Okay.
me.
Rebella, you are up. You are immune to the ability of his reaction.
I don't know. Did I just try to figure out?
Give me that gold you were talking about.
Get out of my robes!
You gotta kill him first, Grabella, then you can pick his
Okay,
pocket.
fine.
You want what's in my pockets, you just have to ask nicely.
I tried that. You said no.
I've changed my mind. I don't want to go back.
Well,
Oh,
too bad.
no! We can't use this charm! This is
don't
the
need
worst
this.
case scenario!
I could use this so many other times, but right now I don't need this critical hit, but here it is.
32! Alright. Okay.
I hit the damage button. Why didn't... Okay.
Grabella
I'll
goes
hit-
smash.
Sure, let's also set him on fire. That doesn't work. Savage attacker. Sure,
No!
let's load it up. Was it 49?
Just, Grabella,
I think he exploded.
just you bring down your flail. Just you're tired of hearing him. You're tired of looking at him. Tired of his sniveling face. Your
I don't want
flail-
him to perceive me anymore.
Oh, and perceive he will never do again. Your flail hits the
Thank
top of
God.
his head, craters it inside his corpulent body till he just becomes this amorphous, wiggly blob, and the shock waves just go. Blah, blah, blah. His head disappears kind of comically into his body, and then he just shock waves fat, blah, 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 just down, 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 and even his flesh coat starts kind of sucking inside what is left of his
hate-
body, and it just jiggles
Worst flesh coat.
all the way down to the ground until the flesh coat wraps around itself like a ball and gets smaller and infinitely smaller and smaller and smaller. You hear, "Damn you."
Did you just Looney Tunes him?
I think I did. That
Damn.
was not...
Demon go down the
intention.
hole.
You go down the hole. It just explode. Now I'm going to take his gold because I'm already covered in goo.
What the hell? The only
I'm pickpocketing him still.
Okay, yeah, the last thing that happens when you reach into his folding flesh coat that is sending him back to the hells, you just kind of reach in there and you pull out something. It's hard, cold in your hand. You open up your palm, Grabella, and you look down into it to see what did you grab? It's a key.
This is for you.
She's just gonna hit it to Rain.
Oh, thanks. Do we not already have it?
Apparently now we have more.
Why am I trying
Is
to
there a
pickpocket?
shower somewhere?
Rain, you
I don't
pick
know
up
why we
yet
keep picking
another
up
key.
these keys. Like, none of them work. So
That
the
would-
furnace
maybe that would
key-
work better.
Well, this one doesn't even show up in tools. It's just loot, so maybe this one will work better than the last one.
Rain, this small steel key, the body of it looks like tiny little links of chain, and honestly, it looks very fragile.
Hmm.
Let me look at your inventory real quick. Oh yeah, I did put this as loot, didn't I? The small steel key's handle is fashioned with tiny links of fragile-looking chain. It looks as if the links may snap apart when they are used, rendering key useless.
Oh, so like we have to pick what we unlock with it?
Possibly.
Hmm. Do we want to open these doors and burn all the dretches?
You know, it's not a terrible idea. long as, they're not immune.
Well, your fireballs seem to do some work. Should probably get the cannons in place, though, at least first.
Yep. I think we're doing okay here.
For a brief
Yeah,
moment,
no,
I'm
that's-
going to pause for everybody. Let's take a real quick, 3-minute break to do a quick bio, and then we will finish the last, 30 minutes of the session. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, quick bio break. 3 minutes. Be right back. Hello, chat. Hope y'all are doing good. Get to see some familiar faces in chat. Gonna wrap up our little break here and get on with the session. Got 30 minutes to go. Doing well. Good. Good to hear. I hear your Grub nights have been going well and the Malort is being drunk. Mr. Rob's birthday last week, lots of repo. Sounds fun.
Repo was a blast.
Oh yeah. It's super fun to watch too. I sometimes come in and I lurk in on the the bruv nights. It looks fun.
My FC has a bunch of people that decided they all wanted to play together. I'm very good at being the one that dies and identifies where all the monsters are.
Peak the week before. What is Peak?
Peak is a climbing game that's hilarious.
Oh, nice. I see
I suck at
kitty.
platformers and the kitten.
How is the kitten doing?
Her round is finally starting to go away, but she's still a little fat.
She do be a little round.
She,
A little chomp.
you can't see how bad it is. She was very chunky,
Oh.
but is growing into it ever so slightly. But we have decided that we do like cuddles.
She is
Mostly when mom and dad are
adorbs.
unconscious, but you know.
Oh,
there we go.
and there she goes.
Probably like more normal level.
My life is always improved by cat cam.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I live
really the
vicariously
only reason
through
I have
you.
a camera plugged into this computer, not my streaming one, is to show Kitten Cam whenever she does come hang out.
Beautiful. Until I can solve my allergies, I just live vicariously through the rest of you, so I appreciate it.
My cat is like out my door right now at a strict diagonal, just watching me, like waiting. What are you doing? All I see, because the room is dark, are just like the little orb reflection of light in his eyes. Like, what are you doing, mother? What are you doing? Why are you screaming? Why are you making funny noises?
Why must you subject your friends to more body horror?
Honestly, it's kind
Mother,
of
what is
creepy.
wrong with you, mother?
It's creepier than the body horror. All right, welcome back, everybody. Got a little bit of time left, so let's continue in the fun house. I mean, the furnace.
Do we have to? Like, could we
No. In fact, you could just teleport out right now. Please do.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's a false offer.
Would I lie to you, Puzzle?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright,
For like
Guzzle,
no
here's the plan.
reason.
No, maybe.
Because I can.
Here's a plan. We don't like what's going on. Alright. We'll just drop one of my cannons down into the furnace itself. It's got enough slow in its fuel tank that when it explodes,
We'll just add the slow here. We'll just let the whole thing melt down, and we're just not going to worry about it anymore. Seal it off, dust our hands of it. No one needs to know it exists.
Yeah, introduce the slow to the nine hells. Nothing bad could happen
Nothing
with that.
terrible could go.
That
yeah.
sounds
Came from the hells, in part.
in part. It's 1 part Venom of Tiamat and 1 part Spell Plague. Now they
Let the fucking demons deal with it. Fuck them.
listen. We find where the slow is, and we just open a portal to the nine hells and just let it flow. Send it back.
I will say, after we are done with this, I want your cannons to give me a fire bath because I feel so gross.
I mean, we could do it now if you want.
Just
Is that how Grabella
Cleansing.
takes baths, like a bronze statue getting a cleaning, just like a blowtorch?
yeah.
That's
Grabella
the
does
kind
have a
of bath
nice,
I need right now.
like oily
Patina?
patina going on right now because she was submersed in the blinding goo.
Yeah, you know
Also
what?
rain.
Now that this sentence has been said, I want a fire bath.
So many stenches have awashed over Grabella that she has smelled better.
You are effectively right now in the decontamination corner. We can just do it now.
Yeah, light me up. Let's do it.
I like how this is the decontamination corner. Grabella and friends.
Hi, fellow French cannon things. Just light me up. Let's do it.
Ah, the cleansing power of fire.
I love the visual effects, like, commitment to the gag. That is so intense.
This is how dragons take baths, right? I'm just becoming more of a dragon, right?
Yeah, you just pick up the cannon and then you hold it over you like a shower head and just let it rain, girl. Just let it rain.
I don't know enough dragons to dispute it, so have at it.
It's not a conversation I really enjoyed having when it came across, but sometimes mom overshares.
Another door is to your west.
So there's...
Oh,
Yeah, let's see if it's even locked. Like, if it's locked, maybe they're all locked in their rooms eating their meat, and so they don't get their pudding. If that's the case, maybe we just leave them all locked in.
I will slightly turn the door handle and see if it's locked.
Sure. It is not locked.
Okay, let's
locked.
animate. Burn them all.
all right. Ugh.
As you open the door, fresh horrors await you. There's another
Why is it gross again?
There's another massive pustulent boil in the center of this room. And crawling on it and emerging from the freshly burst sacks are these amorphous jelly-like creatures known as lemurs. They're vaguely humanoid from the torso up, but from the torso down they're nothing but a gelatinous, thrashing mass. Their color implies that they might be made of flesh or blood or parts. The consistency is still malformed. They have not quite, ripened yet. And these young, malformed demons are searching for sustenance. And one has already set its sights upon the marrow-sucked arm bone sitting in the corner. And as you watch in horror, it crawls on top of it and sucks the arm inside of it from the bottom up. And all you hear is just these as it attempts to don't shake your head at me. As it attempts to absorb nutrients from the mass. However, the smell of fresh meat gets their attention.
We are the fresh meat. I hate this. I hate all that.
Look at me. I am the fresh meat now.
Slowly, but with some caution, they begin to ooze towards you, their arms outstretched like children wanting candy at the carnival. The only thing that emanates from their poorly formed throats is a wet gurgle. They do not appear to be able to speak.
Burninate.
Yeah.
Burninate
Yep.
the countryside. The countryside is everything, right? That's what that means.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Make the room
Real-
no longer
I-
a room.
I'm finding it really hard to move right now. Heavy inertia. A lot of inertia right now.
One of the lemurs puts its wet hand across the lip of the cannon, trying to feel if... Is it meat? It is not meat.
Please don't grope my cannons. Please.
Ow.
I am feeling very uncomfortable by whatever this is and whatever it's doing.
It gums the lip of the cannon. Ow, 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 ow.
I would love more than anything to be able to use my cannons right now. I would love nothing more than the ability to do this.
Ow, 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 ow. Are you lagging?
No, the game's
The game
paused.
paused.
Oh,
The
I'm
game is paused.
very stupid. It's just gonna gum the cannon for 30 minutes.
We thought you were just keeping us hostage while
I thought you guys were
proceeded to have
watching in
that
horror.
You were deep throat Wang Doodle's
Definitely
cannon.
still watching in horror, but
I'm definitely watching in horror, yeah, but I was like,
Never
oh,
stop
boy.
watching in
My bad.
horror, to be clear.
We're just gonna yeah, we're just gonna be doing
Burn!
this. And
Make it stop.
I really need to I don't know. It's still hurting what you did to my poor cannons. I'm not okay with this at all. So we're gonna handle this the good way.
Oh dear.
Oh! 21 fireball salute!
Listen, we haven't even started touching the spell slots yet, okay? We're
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, look at all those dex saves.
No!
As the horrors continue, the fireball does explode the egg sac in the center of the room. And in the southern part of the room. As they squelch in the smell of whatever is growing inside of there begins to burn. However, the freshly formed lemurs are immune to fire.
oh, great.
They look...
I can't do anything to these things, and they're still gumming all over my cannon.
Oh, that's right. Fire doesn't work with some of these. All right. Let me out.
Grabella will pick up the cannon, take its place, and then put it down. Because I assume she can just do that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
and down.
Plop.
As you pick up the cannon, you may hear.
Grabella, the malformed fleshy lemur, looks up at you, raises its arms, like a child wanting to be lifted up with uppies. What?
No.
Oh.
Attack.
You swing at its arms. and hit them squarely. Roll damage.
Is it dead yet? Yeah.
Oh, it's dead. One hit. One solid, non-flammable hit. Squishes the lemur. And it doesn't go out.
It was flaming and just did nothing.
Yeah, the fire damage doesn't do anything, but the absolutely solid hit just causes it to disperse across the ground, just leaving a fleshy, pink, bloody smear where it used to stand. The one eating the arm doesn't seem to care. He's just in the corner. The other one does not appear to want any of that smoke, but what he does is gets on top of the body of his companion and also begins to absorb it from the ground up. He begins to consume his fallen brethren.
This is so freaking gross.
He just shovels in globs of loose jello. He's probably eating himself at this point. A little bit of his brother, a little bit of himself. It all goes in the same hole.
I feel like if we just, like, poke each of them, they'll just eat each other. And maybe all die. Can we do that?
Can we do this, but without the part that you die? Kinda critical to mission success here.
Kozlo's just like holding a fireball bomb. Like, please just let me throw this.
It won't do anything though.
How did we determine that they don't have fire damage? I missed that.
They are immune to fire.
We don't do fire. Yeah, in fact, I'll skip the fire this time.
The second one makes just as big of a mess as the first, and now the floor is suddenly covered in loose jello. A third one takes his place.
Does anybody else want to...
This one's a little bit spicier. You know what? He's gonna pick up a glob of his brother and just throw it at Grabella. You duck the glob. It goes flying over your shoulder and hits the wall near Wangdoodle. It slides down. Bloop, bloop. What?
Can I get one of you guys to devise a cabinet that's just like ice or earth or something, so I don't have to...
Rain, the lemur you would expect to freeze into a solid block as you cast a ray of frost into it. But these are exhibiting young but malformed forms of magic resistance. And it is resistant to cold damage. You freeze an arm, and it just takes the arm, removes it, tosses it somewhere else, and it just grows a new one. They all begin to gather by the door, now interested in what's going on. Rolls a 1. It is no match for the Mind Sliver. There is no gurgle or scream of pain, no mocking comment. Just, it loses cohesion. It loses any sort of semblance of consciousness. Without the consciousness it has been gifted from the 9 hells, it has no cohesion. The puddle begins to seep out the door, filling the cracks between the stone tiles underfoot. It begins leaking down the hall. There are still 2 left. One gumming the arm, and the other just getting on the pile.
Does the slime seem like it's like actively or like intelligently going a direction, or does it the ground's just kind of graded in a way that they'll just flow through the stones?
Seems like it's just following the flow of gravity. Doesn't seem to have an intelligence or is going in any specific direction.
Alrighty. Anyone else want to mess with these before?
I think we're just in full extermination mode at this point. I don't think there's any experimentation to be done.
Ah, okay. Well, let's see. Wait, what? Hang on. Target's blocked by a wall. Well, that's rude. Let's fix that. Okay. Nope. No, we gotta let that room air out still. Let's close that door.
That room is disgusting. Also a pair of legs without a torso laying on the ground.
Honestly, kind of impressed they survived the blast. Let's see. Can I do anything?
What type of damage do you choose?
You know, let's do psychic since that's one of the options.
Okay.
Why not?
Ooh, triple fours.
Of course, naturally, not a single 8. Why would it roll an 8?
Why would it roll an 8?
Why would we want that to happen?
Why would it?
No.
Can't let Wingdoodle have any fun.
This lemur, much like the rest, loses cohesion when it loses consciousness. The puddle continues down the hall. The last one is Gummy McGummerson's, still gnawing on that arm in the corner.
Alright, that one's all yours, Colslow.
Okay. We will, I guess, try to toll the dead on it. Where's my
Send his
damn
soul to
button?
Azrael.
Send him back to
Yeah.
Azrael.
Where's my damn button?
Basically.
Actually, we're gonna do two things. I wanted to try this.
Okay.
I don't know that it's. No, actually, we're gonna save that for another time. Chat message, ragu something 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 does not exist.
Probably wall error. It said the same thing to me.
Oh
is it
yeah,
behind a
I would
wall?
try and just because he's in the corner.
Okay. There we go. That will be a DC 15 save. Has he taken damage?
No.
Okay.
A wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay. He fails. And you let out the dolorous tone. Reverberates throughout the room. And similar to the other lemurs. Quivers. For a moment it reminds you of the Amzu that you just destroyed. Before he goes... And all that's left is all of the red gunk now coating the slurped on arm. It looks just a little bit more patchy than it did a couple minutes ago. The acid of the lemur was eating away at it very slowly. These things, they're still young, malformed, have a lot of strength. The room is clear, purged with fire, other sort of things.
This is definitely a shitter over here. It's gotta be.
I'm just gonna take your word for it.
It's probably got like a horrifying egg sac in it though, given how everything else has been so far.
So torch it.
Yep. Yeah, I'll open the door for you. Ready? Oh, you can do it yourself. Haha.
Well, Rain was a little right. It is a shitter. However, as the cannon hops inside, directly to the left is a basin of water. It is old, tepid, full of desiccated insects, husks, and chunks of rotten flesh bob on the surface. You go inside. Rain, you
know-
see that there are shitters in the back, and the pool of water that is held in that makeshift basin directly to the left. But there's another alcove in the center. You can't really see what's inside of it from your direct angle, but you swear you see something like a brown stick. You get a little bit closer. It's feet.
Oh, yeah, it's a foot. It's a person. It's actually the foot bone's connected to the leg bone.
Rain, make me a medicine check.
He's dead. I think he's dead.
Well, he's dead.
My professional opinion is this gentleman is no longer of the living.
This humanoid that is very dead is steeping in stagnant water. The way it's kind of folded up inside the basin, just sitting there and stinking and sloughing off. It has been rotting for quite some time. It's, as your mind churns, unfortunately, well, it's like a human sous vide.
Nope, burn it. Burn lol.
It's part storage. Maybe they're just softening up the flesh for the young lemurs.
You keep calling them lemurs. It's gonna make me chuckle every time.
Lemurs. The lemurs.
They are not lemurs. First lemurs.
Very lemur.
Lemur.
No.
What are they, French?
Lemur.
Well, he's French, everybody.
You're now starting the restroom sanitation process. Please remain at least 30 feet away until all gases have dissipated.
Well, you do the job. The parts of the body that were sitting above the water are now gone. However, there's now just a boiling, stinking vat of soft flesh that is boiling underneath. You've done your best.
I mean, that's... We gotta at least bring it up to safe serving temperature. We can't just leave something tepid in there. 'Cause that could grow all kinds of stuff.
Infernal stew.
Yeah, it's gonna take so much work to get this place up from a D health code rating.
Another blast of fire, just for good measure, sets the water to boiling. This should be enough. Nothing else will be feasting here.
Not without burning their tongue,
Ooh, hot, ooh, hot.
which is just the worst.
They could be all kinds of weird and backwards and, you know, could enjoy things that I hate. But they're not getting food poisoning just because I did a, you know, half-assed job.
Good job. That internal temperature at 150 degrees. What a perfect sous vide. Rain, there's a door to the south. But before you open it, 9 o'clock. That's gonna be end of the session today. And the fresh horrors have to wait until next week. You have killed a taskmaster demon and acquired a small but fragile-looking key. You do not know what this key will unlock, but it looks so fragile that it might just break upon using it and not clog your inventory for 2 more years of Arctis. So, until you find this hidden door, the dying Amnezu has told you that there are other greater demons that exist within the furnaces, some that are stronger than Zharvok. You also know that Sita Shardheart is here. You saw her when you were crossing the bridge, entertaining a group of tiger folk. Strange. You could pursue Sita. You could find where this other demon is. But one thing is for sure. The furnaces cleansed. That is it for today, everybody. We'll have more lovely body horror coming up next week.
Yum.
Thanks.
No eating during
wait.
session next week.
Can't
Yeah.
wait.
Definitely not. This part is probably the worst of the body horror, so I'm glad you came here first. Hooray!
Bless.
Hooray!
You know what?
Hmm.
Didn't we? Oh no, it's not gonna. We should just. I think. Didn't I give you like something, Grabella, to summon a fire elemental? We should just summon a fire elemental, go behind, scrubbing bubbles, everything.
Oh God. Yes, please.
You know
Just
what'll
put
fix
the
this?
sensor there.
A little pyrolysis.
Go!
Yeah, just drop a sensor in the middle of this room and let him just scrub everything until it's scorched earth.
Maybe.
Chugga 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 chugga. Foom foom.
Can we find a way to mobilize the sensor to just basically be our own little Roomba to clean this place up while we continue adventuring?
Yeah, but he's gotta like bump into the walls to get a map of the furnaces first. That takes the longest.
No, the sensor's like its dock, right? He has to go back to the sensor to charge and to drop off his dustbin.
Yeah, but he just gets caught on the carpet and you're like, fuck! It's carpet, man! You're supposed to go over this! Error!
And now it's
Error.
charred. Paid good money for that carpet.
Poor genie carpets. Alright, everybody. That's it for today. You are free to go. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you all next week.
Thanks, Al. It was nice
Sounds
to see
good.
everyone.
Thank you for the
Bye.
session.
Bye,
I will see you all next time.
Bye.
Alright, everybody. That is it for Arctis today. Whoa. Thanks for watching. There's gonna be some body horror in the next few episodes, so be ready for that. If you don't like disgusting things, well, apologize. The other wings may not be so icky. This one is definitely the worst of it. But if you enjoyed this session, catch all of our VODs over on YouTube at ArctisDD. We are a small and passionate channel. And each and every one of your subs is greatly appreciated. So go over there and subscribe. We would love for you to be a part of our community. Catch all of our shorts and our funny moments, best parts of each episode, over on Play Arctis on Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Have a little bit of everything there. And I'm your DM Zarina. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for visiting. Thanks, Spencer. Good to see you. 2020 site. Thanks for lurking. Appreciate you. Thanks for the sub, etc. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciated. And I will see you next Monday as we are fresh and back from vacation for some more D&D. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.